from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Alabama's offense will get the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All kinds of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Tide!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players, their coaches in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Now the play fake. Quickly complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The hand to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking to pass, it's Russell. Quick completion on the out. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Got the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. And he'll hop it over and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Off the play fake. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fighting off the defender. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Chubb. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. To the air on first down. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Hits him with a stiff arm. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the right. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, first and 10. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw. It's Russell. Finds his back in the middle. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to throw again. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had... interception. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, punt, David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown time! Stealing a score on special teams. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip. Position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. The snap sets up to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first and get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad.